When it comes to talking and getting into the really the introductory of a relationship, what responsibilities do both parties have?
Is to be honest. Major key. Guess what? Nobody does it though. Nobody really does it. They think they're doing it. You're not. You're not. Being honest, because look, you be honest. What? Who you being honest for? You gotta do it for yourself. Why? Because of that. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Isn't that why? Isn't that? So let's take it from our perspective. Being black, hip hop is ingrained in our culture, right?
Yeah, I know, but where
let
you
me
going?
let, let me
going with? Let me hear.
But hip hop is also probably one of the most fakest falsity like artistries out there, because you're most of the time dudes are portraying a life. They're incorporating what they know, and they're incorporating their aspirations to create a symbolization of something that's not in existence yet. So let me get to it.
But I don't know. Even on the hip hop thing, I'm like.
So with that being said, we have to be honest from the get-go, correct? But we also have to be our true selves. So instead of, and the reason why I brought up hip-hop is because I would say, let me try to word this correctly. Let's say there's many songs out there that talk about
being in the trap.
Not being in trap, but like faking it to make it, I should say.
Back to that.
Okay.
So faking it to make it, right?
Right.
And that's what a lot of people do at first. So
right.
if it's like me, like borrowing,
something.
it's like me borrowing my homie's Lambo to take a girl on a date, and it's not my Lambo, but I'm sitting there acting and flossing like it's my Lambo.
But you could pull that off if you're being honest and say, "Hey, look, I'm borrowing this from my homie, just for the night." To take you out on a good time. Being honest about it and be like, this ain't mine. This is not mine. This is not my car. Don't think it is. But tonight, we get to ride this.
Show you something special. And
right.
Because I care about you, that's the difference.
It's different.
But I'm not going to, like you said, come in and be like, yeah, hop in, girl. What you made?
Right. It's like it's yours and this and that.
We're going to take this and that. No.
But that's what's ingrained in dating, and it's just like hip-hop. It's ingrained in dating. It's portraying ourselves to be something more, and then that gets us in trouble.
Like
first of all, if you need a Lambo to get a chick, she ain't the one for you, man. She ain't the one for you
at all.
She ain't the one for you, man. Like, I'm sorry.
I need somebody that. No, yeah. If she doing that already from the jump, like my dude, she likes what she likes, and that's okay for her to be a high maintenance female. That's okay, but you are not the dude for her.
Thank you.
You see what I'm saying?
And guess what? The men who do have that probably don't want her either.
Oh,
so, there you go. You know what I mean? It's two sides of that.
But if they do want her, they will give her that lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? And they will be able to give her that lifestyle. Don't try to put yourself in a bad position trying to get her like that, because you sitting up here spending all your stuff on trying to keep her happy. And what is she doing for you? Does she make you happy, or does she just sit there and look good?
Exactly. Do you want a trophy, or do you want someone?
And see, and that kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier too, though. You know what I mean? Everybody wants something different out of a relationship. Yeah. Well, everybody wants something different. Some men do want that. I want a trophy. That's it. I don't care if I even like you that much, but hey, you fit the purpose of what I'm doing in my life.
Yep.
And see, and that's why.
And that's okay too. Right. That's what we said.
That's fine.
That is okay too. But you got to know that for yourself.
But that's why I brought in the hip hop aspect of it, because there's a great deal of hip hop that is fake.
That's true.
Everything.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not saying that's a negativity on hip hop or hip hop is bad.
No.
I'm just
because originally hip hop. That's where I was like getting confused, because originally hip hop was just like a product of everybody's environment. They were relaying what they seen around them, so it wasn't like it was being that fake. But nowadays, a lot of people will take it and they don't live that life.
Tekashi 6ix9ine is a perfect example of that.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, from a dating perspective, I'm just gonna relay what I deal with.
Yes.
In the dating game. That's what I'm doing, the same thing right now. That's all I'm doing.
Yes.
Doing the same thing.
So that's what I'm saying. Our perspective may not be your reality. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely not.
And then you can't take what we talking about and dealing with what is going on in your personal life.
Very
so
true.
You see what I'm saying? But that's where you got to be honest with yourself on what you want and what you're trying to get out of it. You see what I'm saying?
Not everybody's necessarily built for a relationship either.
Tell them.
I'm telling you right
going,
now. Everybody
going.
wants one, right? Everybody wants a relationship,
going.
wants to be in this, committed, perfect little
going.
existence. Not everybody's built for that.
Keep going.
I'm telling you that. Go
So-
ahead.
so-
I'm just saying. I'm just gonna let y'all know. Like,
so
not everybody is.
And some people, it is okay to be single.
Be single. There's nothing wrong with that
There's
either,
nothing
though.
wrong
There's
with
nothing
that.
wrong with that.
If you
Nothing wrong
are
with that.
not okay with, or you feel like you need to be poly or whatever the case may be, or you want your freedom to be able to be like, look, I mean,
Just be honest from the beginning.
be honest from the get-go. If you are at the point in your life where you're frustrated, you don't, and I'm kind of there too, where it's just like, look, I like you to a certain degree, but I'm not willing to be with you. I want to see you from time to time if that's something you want to do. If not, that is okay for them to be like, nah, I'm good. I want to sing. I want a relationship. I want you to be only mine, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? They have every right to do that. And now you know I need to go on about my business and go find somebody that is okay with what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
It's like Posty even said, if I'm going to cry, I'd rather cry in a Lambo. You know what I mean? Than a hoopty. Because guess what? At the end of the day, it's still mine. It's still mine. So that women, they're going to come and go. They're going to come and go. I'd rather be in a Lambo by myself, lonely, than with somebody I can't stand. Trust me. Best believe. All day, every day.
If you don't have your happiness, what do you have?
Exactly.
If you don't have your happiness,
What do you have?
what does a relationship bring to you and add value to in your life then if you don't have that? Because now you stressing for what? For her to look pretty? Now you stressing for you, I got to do this and I got to do that to keep her happy.
It's like the
but
Kanye
what about
West.
your happiness?
It's like the Kanye West Amber Rose, back in the day. Kanye would not even go to the bathroom because he was worried about someone coming and talking to his girl.
That's the case.
That's
That's
a means
too
to an
much.
end, and it's gonna end. It's gonna end badly usually.
That's too
on that.
So in the
Because there's
end,
no trust there.
Right, no trust,
right.
no communication problem for that matter. You know what I mean?
so in the end, when it comes to the responsibilities of getting into a relationship or just talking to someone, the absolute key factor is to be honest and upfront with yourself and whoever you're getting into a relationship or talking to it.
It's way easier said than done, but yes.
Yeah,
in a
and
perfect
that's
world,
it's
yes.
always
In a
easier
perfect
said.
world, that's
Absolutely.
true.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I think anybody would disagree with that.
No.
Honestly.
No.
I mean, really.
You gotta, but you do have to give some form of truthfulness for yourself, because if you don't, you're gonna end up in a situation 5 months, 3 months down the road where that person's gonna be like, hold on, I didn't think you would. No, now you gotta backtrack and be like, oh, why this? If you are truthful and honest with that person and letting them know from the jump, when that situation arises, when that happens, all you can be like is like, what you expect? You knew this about me. I didn't change. I told you this is what it was from the jump, and you didn't act accordingly. So what you want me to do? Because now it's on them. Now that's where that changing comes into play, like he was saying.
It's what you see is what you get.
Yes.
Gives them the opportunity to take it or leave it.
Take it or leave
That's it.
Because we can
That's
either
it.
keep going with this, or you can leave me alone, and I can go find what I need to find.
Because
But
somebody can
if you
appreciate it.
portraying something different, now y'all going like, oh, this and that, and I didn't know you was this and that, and I didn't know, and that's not the person I was there.
You knew the whole time.
That's after the honeymoon phase. That's after the honeymoon phase.
That's true.
That
So-
honeymoon phase is always good.
Now
we
to
all
the
know that too.
final
Yes.
topic
Yes.
of this episode, and I'm gonna be quite honest with this because this kind of hits home a lot, because I didn't know when to call it quits when I was talking to a girl, or back in the day, which sometimes led me being walked on or being in vulnerable positions, but calling it quits when it's not working.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are quick to say, well, I put in all this effort, but you're going to put an effort in anything you do in life.
That's
You
right.
you put effort into breathing, to pooping, to
Waking
eating.
up.
So
When
you
you
know?
get out the bed, you make that noise.
So,
That's effort, okay?
so when should you call it quits when it's not working?
Oh man.
These are for you guys.
All right, man.
People who are pushovers or
when they call it quits, right? Like when
did you be like?
When we gonna say, hey, this isn't working?
And this ain't working.
This ain't working.
Go ahead,
anymore.
tell them.
Yeah, that's a good one, man.
Because
that's gonna be a complicated one. But go
the
ahead.
thing is you gotta know what you, like we said, you gotta know what you're looking for yourself. If you're looking for somebody to just be around when you want them to be around for that moment, listen, you're gonna have to deal with a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to put up with a lot of stuff. But if you're looking for somebody that's gonna be there when you need them, you trying to be in a space, you trying to be all, you know what I mean, and they not giving that to you, if they can't love you the way you feel like you need to be loved or you need to be taken care of,
somebody else will.
Somebody else will, and maybe that's not you. And don't get me wrong, it sucks putting all that effort into it, but at the same time, like they always say, if you didn't shoot your shot, it would always be a no. So yes, you're going to have to deal with the consequences that come with shooting that shot, but at least now you know I don't need to be over there.